Okay. Yeah.
Visible, right? Yeah. So yeah, today we'll be dealing with this stuff. Okay. Like, by any chance, do you have a trial account, Bhavan? With like,
No, no, Karthik.
fine. So I have created my trial account day before yesterday only. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll go through like how you have to create the trial account. Like, there's one blog I'll be just showing to you, and how to activate SAP integration suite, and where you can, all the SAP integration developers, they will be referring the standard blocks, like itself releases blogs and follow the guidelines, which will be very recommended and accurate, to follow when you're developing stuff. And CPA helper add-on, and will uh, like I just prepared few items, hearing like explaining about that too. So to begin with, how to create trial account. It's just like normal app or portal which you will be logging in when you're like signing up when you're the first time. So just a minute. Yeah. So I will be sharing this link with you after the class maybe. Okay. So this is one of the LinkedIn posts which like, I mean, there is standard blogs also, but this is the latest. There is something called as booster and all, which reduces time in assigning roles and all. So just bookmark that one, and which will be helpful for you. So just quick intro on SAP BTP. It's like comprehensive suite. Suite as in like package of services and tools designed to help business innovative, integrate, and scale their operations. So now you might know, like in SAP also there is Gen AI, artificial intelligence, Joule is also coming in. So it brings together all the stuff like data analytics, artificial intelligence, application development, integration at one place, like one-stop preference, a one-stop solution like that way. And so what mainly we are looking at the cloud platform integration in the form of integration suite. Okay, so to create, you have to go to the SAP official site. Okay, and we will be like this. Somehow it will be like this. Okay, you just need to give your personal email address, and then you just need to give that consent and all. Okay, then you will get one code. It's a normal stuff. Like, maybe you can go through this and try to create. You just need to give email and all. Okay, till this point, it's all same. Okay, I think for me, like, it's like already created. I think it's showing some other UI. Maybe you can just try that link. Okay, submit a trial account. Like, it will be like this. Okay, trial home. Okay, after once you register. Okay,
Okay.
um, like you will have to choose one of the region, US, East, or Singapore. I think most probably we'll be choosing nearby to us. You can choose both if it doesn't matter, but I choose Singapore. Okay, after that, like, you just need to create account and all. Then if you click on continue, it will be like this. Screen will look like this: welcome to SAP BTP trial, go to your trial account. Okay, something like that it will be there. Okay, when you click on go to your trial account, when you click on that, okay, you will have two things mainly. Okay, global account and sub account. Okay, if you want me to go deep, what is global account, what is sub account? Is like, global account is like, in, in one company, say for Accenture, there will be one global account. Okay, in there they will be having multiple sub account, like multiple teams might be using. There will be different CPI teams, right, inside the big MNCs and all. So they will have their own sub account created. Okay, so like that way, here we have like one global account. Okay, they will be creating one global account, and we can create a number of sub accounts. But as of now, uh, Like sub accounts will also be like auto created. Okay, when you see this screenshot, okay, they have selected US East region. I selected the Singapore region. If you
Singapore,
see
yeah.
this, yeah, Singapore Azure and all. So and there is global account, and here like since it's like trial account, they like we have like trial mentioned here. Okay, in real time scenario, maybe like they might have given some other name. Okay, and the organ space name also. Okay, and now this is a trial account. It will be, auto created. Now here there will be nothing. Okay, it will be like since I already done the setup and all. Here you are seeing 5 instances and subscriptions, something like that. Okay, first thing what you have to do when you created like when you reach this step is like you have to make sure the cloud Foundry environment. Okay, so do you know like what is Cloud Foundry and what is Neo? Any idea?
Mhm.
No. Okay, it says like it doesn't come under. I mean, not day-to-day scenario, but nowadays I think people are moving from Neo to Cloud Foundry. Neo Foundry is like old platform. Okay, earlier the BTP was a Neo Foundry. Now uh, SAP has recommended to move, things from SAP Neo Foundry to Cloud Foundry. Why? Because Cloud Foundry has many advantages than compared to Neo. Same like now people are moving from PA to CPA, right? So why they are
Yeah.
moving? CPA has more advantages, and similarly Cloud Foundry has more advantages. And when SAP says that we have to move and all, it will stop supporting. 2028 is a deadline for Neo. After
Okay.
that, when if there is any some issues in the Neo, or if there is some issues in the SAP PA, even when we raise tickets and all to SAP, they won't support. Like no, there is no support team assigned from SAP team itself. We have to deal with
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Okay, that's why everybody will be trying to move into Cloud Foundry. Like one
Mm.
thing can see, wait, can see, yeah. See, I have enabled integration suite, right? You can see
Mm.
it as CF apps in the URL.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Cloud Foundry apps. In Neo, it was not like this. It was for APM there was separate URL, for CPA there was separate URL, but in integration set it's all one. So one major question
Okay.
they will ask is like, what is the difference between Neo to Cloud Foundry? And like even I worked on Neo to Cloud Foundry migration. So what are the advantages? Is like Neo just supports only to languages Java and Groovy. But here in Cloud Foundry, it will support multiple Node.js, PHP, that, this, and okay. And
Yeah.
SAP, it's like it's like own proprietary. Okay, Cloud Foundry is not like that. It can be hosted on multiple cloud servers, AWS, Azure, GCP, and that. But SAP is only hosted on sorry, this Neo Foundry was only hosted on Azure, like that. Okay, you
Mhm.
can go deep dive, maybe like what is the difference between Neo and Cloud Foundry. But now everybody is using Cloud Foundry. That is purely theoretical. Okay,
Okay.
so once you reach this point, I'll just show you. I think this is not needed. Maybe enable. You just need to enable Cloud Foundry. There will be one enable option and all. You can skip this create namespace, or I think if you want, you can just follow. It's like standards they're mentioned, like, but it's up to you. Okay. So main thing is this setting up integration suite. Okay.
Mm.
So you will be seeing these instances, and this is Cloud Foundry. Okay, in services there are two things: service marketplace and instances and subscriptions. Okay,
Yeah.
in service marketplace, I think there is something called as integration suite. You can just, yeah, this.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So we have to create like use this. Okay, since I'm already created it, it
Created
shows
one.
go to
Yeah.
applications. Yeah. So if you see this instances and subscriptions also, there is this called as, integration suite, and these instances are already created. So what you have to do is like once you have to go to instances and subscriptions, okay, and there is something called as create option, like here, okay. So you just click on create. Sorry, my network is too slow today. just need to yeah. So it will give this multiple services names and all. Okay, you can just choose one integration suite. Okay, and then plan as trial. It is auto. So I'm not proceeding with this as I already created this integration suite. Okay, so what will come once you click on the create? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
uh, select it from the then once you create, then you just need to log off and log in again, so that integration suite will be visible. Okay, earlier it won't be there. Once you click on create, it will be created. Okay,
Okay.
then you have to navigate to the service and marketplace. Okay, and then you have to add role. Okay, so why we are adding role? Because to add the capabilities. I told you in demo classes in integration suite there are multiple capabilities. There is CPA, there is APAM, there is event mesh, there is B2PTA and all. Right? So
Mm-hmm.
this role is responsible for provisioning the integration suite, allowing users to manage and configure the necessary resources of the integration scenario. Okay, that's
Yeah.
why we need to assign this role. How we will assign this role is you have to go here. Okay, there will be something called as default identity provider, which will be created earlier. Okay, so you just need to see if you can see that integration provisioning for provisioning and basic configuration and integration capabilities. It is already configured, but you can just click on this three button and assign role collection, and you can just search with integration provisioner integration. You just need to search integration provisioner, and it will be popping up here. Okay, since it is already assigned, I think it's not popping up maybe, but you will get it here only. Okay. It will like I said it from here on integration process. Okay, let me just copy and I think it won't pop up now. Yeah, since it is already assigned, it won't show, but you can assign it from
Mm.
here. Okay, so you can see the screenshot assign role collection, and then you will be seeing integration provisioner. Right,
Okay.
you have to come to user. For your user, you have to create. See here, my user is there, right? So there, once
Yeah.
you have this service marketplace created, your user will also be created. But there you have to. You just remember this integration provider rule. Like most of the people will be asking, like what rule you need to assign to enable capabilities or resources and all. So that will be integration provider. Okay. Then once you assign that role, you will be getting this add capabilities. Okay.
Okay.
Option. Yeah. So I have already added capabilities that I can't show now. I think that screen won't be visible in my like account. So you'll have that option coming. So you just need to select that and click on next, and it will take around like 60 minutes to enable integration suite. Okay.
Okay.
Once you enabled integration suite like this here, you can just click on here and go to application. Sorry. They don't we have something called as boosters which was not there earlier. Okay, that's why I bookmarked this place. So there is something called as boosters which was introduced recently, which assigns roles required for integration suite automatically.
Oh, this will
Like
do automatically.
yep, I'll just show you. So this is something like that add capabilities will come earlier. Taking it like this, there is something called as booster. If you go to the trial home, when you go to the global account screen, right here, there is something called as boosters.
Okay.
So there is this enable integration suite and assign roles and create service instance for activated capabilities of SAP integration suite. So it will assign the roles required automatically. You don't need to do anything.
Okay.
Sticking to master. One thing with trial account is it's too time consuming. It takes time to
Yeah,
deploy. Also, like it will take almost like 5-10 minutes.
I got.
Normal landscapes it doesn't take much time. So since it's trial account, most of the people will be using it. Right, the load will be more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just give me a minute until minutes. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
I think it will take some time to load. So once you assign that, that's it. Like these are all the steps to enable the trial account. We'll be having having the boosters here. This is like you have to come to the global account, then you will have this booster as well as screen.
Okay.
There you will see that enable integration suite option. And one more thing is every 30 days you need to renew.
Okay.
It is just earlier it was 90 days, but now it's like your trial period, etc. So you will not be able to access. So maybe you can download the iFlow somewhere and re-import again, or you can renew it. I think there will be one option coming like to renew. I will be telling like once it expires. I think they've improved a lot in trial account. Earlier it's like after 90 days also it doesn't used to expire.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, here you can see right assign roles and create service instance for activated capabilities of SAP integration
Mm.
suite. You just need to click on start so
Okay.
that it will assign everything on its own. Since it is already there, I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So that's it for them. So like I will just show like how what and all it will create. It will create these instances and subscriptions. It was like only we created the integration suite, right? There should be only two. Like one was there by default, SAP business suite or something like that.
Okay.
This one was there automatically. So this one we created two subscription, but instances we didn't create, right?
Yeah.
Nowhere in the booster. So, but this was created automatically by
Boosters.
booster. Yeah. So one was for APA, one was for integration. So this will be using for CPA. This will be using for APA. Okay. And here also in like for both the ones, it will be creating a service key. Service key is like where you will be having client ID, client secret. Okay, it's like an encryption, like which we need to configure or give it to the sender system to send the message. It's like handshake. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we have like encryption. If you want to enter, you come with this user ID password like that. That boosters will only create. Earlier, we used to create one service key, one give to source system.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for both API and integration flow, this will be there. It will be in JSON file. It will have client ID, client secret,
Mm-hmm.
and service URL and all. I'll be just showing in post, and maybe that will be helpful for you. It's security most. Yeah, I can see this client ID client secret. No, I just copied from there, and the host is this. Host is this. Yes, part.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. So I just configured there to test it on host man. So these are the steps to enable the trial account. Yeah, I think it will just close it. Client, you can see right. Client ID, client secret, URL. Means URL is the URL of the integration suite account. When it was created, I created it on 12th, and token URL is when you're using auth authentication. Auth authentication is like open authorization. Okay, it's a type of authentication.
Yeah.
So where there you need their client ID client secret is not enough. You need to pass the token URL also.
Sorry.
They like usually will have different authentication, right? For basic authentication, we'll be using username and password.
Okay.
Username and password as in like client ID client secret. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But for auth authentication, we need to pass something called as token URL. Like we'll be
Okay.
getting one token with this URL, and
Okay.
then we will call the main flow, something like that. We'll be having two different URLs over there. I will be explaining once we go to that auth authentication. And so this part is done. Just a minute. Somebody's knocking. Was I? So this part is done. Okay, you got any doubts with this? Maybe you can try how to, creating trial account. Let me know if you are stuck somewhere, anywhere tomorrow. I will be helping you tomorrow, right?
Sure, sure.
So
So
next is
will you
this.
share this link to me
Yeah,
here or
I'll be sharing.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So just a minute. And where you can refer is so. This is a help.sap.com. Okay, SAP itself provide some guidelines and recommendations to follow. Okay, or as a fresher, you can learn what is like in deep, what is cloud integration, variant all will use, and every now and then SAP will be updating. Okay, there will be new updates.
Okay.
So we just need to upskill it. Like earlier, this was APM was not there, Cloud Foundry was not there, Event Mesh was not
Mhm.
there. It's like everything. It's new for us also. So we can found that what's new for integration, what are the new patch release, what they've added newly, like integration advisor is new, what new can like every week we'll get updates over here. This it's like Bhagavad Gita for us. So you can refer everything over here. Okay, like you can start with this development maybe. Like you can go through theoretically for first to like what intro and all, but majorly you can focus on getting started with integration flow development and integration here. Design guidelines you can follow. Okay. I'll be telling you like what and all you can focus like as we proceed with the classes. This timer initiated mail scenario and all. There are like deep things about palette functions, like detailed view and all. So every integration developer refer this. This is like SAP standard guidelines. We need to follow this.
Okay.
Okay. Then SAP CPA helper add-on. Okay. This is something which is helpful for a developer. I'll just we'll get it in Chrome only. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you like create trial account and all, there are some features which is not there in trial account. But if you add that add-on,
Mhm.
you will get like trace messages at one place, or else you need to switch tabs now and then again. See here, right? So here we're just seeing edit, configure, deploy, and all. Okay.
Mhm.
So there is something called as SCP helper handle. Okay. Chrome App Store.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay. I think it's Can't add or okay, in incognito we can't add. Maybe you can try adding it once. So then the extra features will come like this: logs,
Okay.
trace, messages, info, plugins.
Mhm.
This for developers, this will be helpful. Normally, we won't suggest, or SAP also won't suggest to use this because it has some disadvantages. Also, it doesn't work. It make existing flows also, to fail sometimes. So, but as a developer, if you are building something, then you can enable it and disable it for a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then yeah. Now let's start exploring the main flows. Okay. So what I did, I just developed few flows. Okay, I created this package. Okay, well, let's discuss today about this stuff. Connectivity. I told you, right? So as an
Yeah.
integration developer, you should always deal with connectivity, security, logic. Okay. So there are connectivity as in like there are many adapters and all. So there today we'll discuss about HTTP adapter. Okay,
Mhm.
that's why I named it as practical CP HTTP. So here, if you click on edit, we'll just delete and show you how this will come. Okay, so this is you just need to click on this. Okay, sender,
Okay.
and then you just need to put that arrow mark. This is called as connector. Okay, the one
Okay.
which I used to connect from this to this. Okay,
Yeah.
then you will get different type of adapter types: advanced event mesh, AMQP, Ariba. These are like all the adapters which are their
Okay.
sender type. Okay, so why HTTP is
Mhm.
like HTTP is the most commonly used adapter. Okay, most commonly used adapters are HTTPS. Okay,
Okay.
SFTP, SOAP, OData, and all. Some of the stuffs we also didn't use, like success factor we will be using in receiver. XI is also receiver. Like there will be using more. I think there are many coming in Google Cloud Storage, Google PubSub. These are all new. Okay,
Yeah.
but most of the people doesn't have hands-on experience with them. They will be using HTTPS, SOAP, OData, SFTP only as a sender vector. Why HTTPS is like HTTPS is something for REST apps. Okay, for the browser-based apps. If you are if you are trying to send from some external system, okay, or in some third-party system, then we will be sharing our cloud point. They want our URL and credentials. See,
Yeah.
SAP integration suite credentials and URL. Then we will be going to the HTTPS. It's a lightweight uh, adapter kind of. Okay, just discard and then it will come again. Yeah. So HTTPS is we are using HTTPS to connect from postman to sender. Okay, so like in real time, okay, there will be other sender systems. So in trial account, we don't have access to the other system side. So I just used postman as a sender here. So you can imagine like that some third party system is trying to send the message, and it's always better to keep the names for the recommendation like standard guidelines. If it is some S4 system, we need to earlier like it won't be there. It will be like sender only. Okay, I renamed it.
Okay.
If you, I'll just show you. Yeah, try to create one integration form, then it will be done. Yeah. So yeah. So it will be like the same sender. So you just need to click on edit connector. You connect this. It will come HTTPS. Okay. So the name is like HTTPS here, and here it will be like sender. Okay. So you
Yeah.
need to give the name of the sender. That is the ideal practice of a developer. Okay.
Yeah.
Then what we'll have in HTTPS is like the transport protocol is HTTPS, message protocol is NAND. What is like just for your info and connection, we need to give some address. Okay, what we are doing, we are just trying to get some info from the API which is available on the browser. Okay, you might be knowing Pokemon colors and all. We just enter this, right? You are seeing some info.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is you don't need any authentication for this. Like as in like you can access test this from Postman directly. I use the same URL. Okay, HTTPS Pokemon color and all. Okay, you can
So,
see. Yeah,
so
sorry.
how do you get these links?
It's like open APIs. So like normally for just for training session, I'm telling you, like in real
Okay.
time, there will be like standard APIs, which say for example, some browser-based APIs will be said success factor. Okay, success factor is a therein. It's a SAS, like software as a service, okay, where all the employee information will be available in there. Say you might have applied for some new companies and they will ask you to, log your profile in the SuccessFactor portal. Have you ever apply, like, filled that info in SuccessFactor?
No, no, no.
Okay, there are workday profile or something like that. So those which are available on browser, cloud-based applications. Okay,
Okay.
when we are integrating with cloud-based applications, they will be like which can be accessed via URLs. Okay, that you need to integrate with them. Then we will be using HTTP adapter, and we will be connecting that. We'll be pasting that URL here. Okay, it is the same
Okay.
URL. Okay,
Yeah.
say for example, here it is a very less info. Say in SuccessFactors, it will be like pages together. Okay, in that
Yeah.
they want specific information. See, I just want information on blue color. Okay, what it is
Mm.
and all. So I'll just come here and I will give blue color and all and enter. It will give some response. 200 okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
it will give all the information related to blue. Right. So say some sender system wants to access a cloud-based application which is outside the organization. So that's where we come, integration developer. What we will say, we will ask sender system, okay, we will call that browser-based API. We will be giving that info to you. You just use our URL and credentials. We will connect with you like that way. Okay, you understood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here in connection, we just need to give one meaningful URL to get call like that, and this is the standard rule which we want, like which sender system wants to send message. Okay, with this role, they can send messages. Like we can't give access to everyone, right? Like we will be
Yeah.
giving
Yeah.
specific roles. So for them, user, they should have this role. Then only they can send message. That's why we have kept ESP messaging. If this role is there, then only you send a message like that way. This role you can find it somewhere in the here also
User roles collections.
collections or
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah. So that role should be assigned. Okay.
Mm.
That's all about. And this body size in MB, this is all default. And we have to uncheck the CSR of protected. This we will use when there is like we are integrating with sender system is also browser based system and receiver system is also browser based system. There might be chances of hackers and they can hack and uh, grab the data. That there only we can use this CSRF token and all. If
Okay.
you enable this, they sender system will send some CSRF token and we will pass it to the receiver system that way. Okay. Since we are not
It's
doing that, we'll be
it's like a
disabling it.
protected version, right?
Yep,
Oh.
yep. Since it's a simple version, we won't be using it. So that's about connector. Okay.
Mhm.
So next is this integration process. Integration process is where we'll apply all the logic. We'll transform the data and all. Okay. So we have entered the palette function here. So this is what we call it a start message event. Okay, click on here, edit. So you can see the start message event.
Yeah.
There are many events here. So these are all the events: end event, end message, error, start event. Events is something like which is used to start or end in message, or terminate a message, or to give some specific escalation. When there is error, we need to send alerts, or we need to escalate
Yeah.
it. Then we'll use escalation send end. So as we need to start the message, start the transformation, we will be using the start message here, and here we will be using the end message. This is by default, it will be there. We will just collecting that.
Mhm.
Then we will be using request reply. Request reply is kind of external call, which will be calling, which will be using to call an external API. Okay. So what we want to call this API, right? So this is an
Yes.
API which is available on browser. So we want to call and we want to get response back also, immediate response back. Then we will be
Yeah.
using reply. It's a call of external, like if you see in call, there are multiple type of calls: request reply, content enricher, port image, and send. Request
Okay.
reply is to call an external system without terminating the process. Like it just gives some response back. Content enricher is like you are calling that API, you are getting that info, and you want to enrich something. You want to change the data. You want to add some data to there. Then we will use the content enricher. The name itself says it enriches the data.
Okay.
Now we don't want that. We just want info back from the external API. That's why I use the request reply.
Okay.
Okay. See, main intention of this get call is like we will be getting information about particular color from this API. Okay. So next is in request reply always. So if I delete this, so you always need to connect from send request reply to receiver. Okay. But in content
It
enricher,
will
you have to
be.
connect from reverse. You have to connect from receiver to content enricher, in content enricher only. That I will be telling you later. And I just rename the receiver also as a Pokemon color API. Okay. So you need to fill the info here, like address and all. It went again. Okay. Let me copy this till here. Okay. Query, we don't have any query here, and proxy type is internet, and you will have on-premise also. If it is on-premise, like if it is on PAP or something like that, or if it is on backend which we are connecting via cloud connector, then we will have to, since it's browser based, right? You can access this API via internet. You don't need any, it is not in some other system or something like that, right?
Okay.
That's why we'll call it as internet. Okay. Then method, what we are doing, we are just trying to get something. Okay. Here we are just getting the info, right? So that we should
Mm.
keep it as get. Authentication, can keep it as none, as we are not using any authentication token. Like we didn't give anything here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So can keep it as none, and you can keep these also as default. Request headers, you can see these and all you can keep default. Request headers is like if you are passing any headers to the receiver API, then only you can enter. You can keep this blank. And for
Okay.
every parameters, if you just hover on this, you will get some info here. Like see what it says: 5 separated list of custom headers to be sent to the target system. Use star to send all custom headers to the target system. If you
Yeah.
want to send all headers, you can use the star. All camel specific headers and HTTP protocol headers expect data are excluded by default, even if you specify them. Usually, we will be keeping it star, but sometimes we will keep only the specific headers. Like say, for example, Ariba system is which will have some limitations. If it is more than, if you are sending more than 50 headers, it will throw error.
Oh,
So
it's a limit.
it has some limitations. There only we will be sending specific headers. Since we are not, we don't want any. We don't want to send any headers to the receiver system. So we'll be just keeping it as blank. Okay. Now it is deployed. After it deploy, no, you always have to click on cancel, or else it will be locked. Okay. Now I didn't get cancel. Okay. If I go back, see it is locked. Yeah. So it will show it as locked. You always need to do some changes and click on cancel once you deploy. Then it get is all fine, right?
First we deploy and then cancel.
Yes. When you click on save also, you just click on cancel so that it won't be locked.
Okay.
And just click on cancel also. If it is locked, others can also unlock, but like I will just show you like where you can unlock also. See, just a minute. You come to monitor integration API and all.
Yeah.
So here it will be the design artifact logs.
Yeah.
So there will be option to unlock here. Maybe I'll just lock one and show it how to unlock this. So that if some other integration, say in your team there will be multiple integration, multiple teammates working on same integration flow, and they will keep it locked. You don't need to call them every time. Okay, I'll just deploy this. Okay. Now if you it's locked or it is not getting locked. Just remember that you have to always click on cancel once you deploy the flow.
Yes.
Okay. So where was this one. Once you deploy this, how you can it will show here also deployment status deployed and runtime status started like that. Runtime status is in like that it went into runtime. Like there will be two types of nodes, runtime nodes and worker nodes. So all the iFlow which will be deployed will be running on the runtime. Okay.
Okay.
So you can always monitor that in manage integration content, whether it got deployed or not. So you can see that do get call got deployed, and you will have this endpoint, and you can see that the address which we gave it do get call in the HTTP adapter, sender adapter. You remember?
Yeah.
That will be added at the end. So here we give some address, right? Do get call. So that will be added to the trial account URL. So that
At the end, yes.
yeah, you always have to give this to sender system. So you can see till here it is trial account or integration suite host. We'll call it as host part, okay? And then it's an HTTP adapter. For SOAP adapter, it will be CXF, okay? That I will be telling in next sessions. And then do get call dynamic string that is for this one, and it will be for this one. It will be do get call, okay? And so now we want to test it from Postman, okay? You know Postman, like how it works and all? No?
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
this is the first time I'm checking.
okay. So Postman is also an app like majorly developers will be using Postman and SOAP UI. Okay, this app is you are seeing, right? This one is called a SOAP UI for SOAP web services. For REST and OData web services, if you want to test something, we'll be using Postman app. Okay, you can install a Postman app from Chrome also. Okay. So I just created environment here. If you in initial screen, it will be like no environment. Okay, to create new environment, you can just click on this environment. Okay, and give that name and all. What I did is like for trial account, I just created one environment.
Okay.
Okay. Just need to extend this. What we have to give the client ID, client secret here. I mean, it's not mandatory, but since we'll be testing multiple flows and all, right? We'll be
Yeah.
using if you want to send, we want to send basic, user ID password also. Otherwise, it won't allow to how it will handshake. You have to say, I send some message to you, and you want to send it to the receiver, and I will say that you use this code and give it to them. Without that code, they won't accept, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's always like a handshake mechanism. You have to give this client ID, client secret, then only the message will get passed, and the host part also. And you don't want to send like show it to the third party API. Say you are in some call, okay? You don't need to show the client ID, client secret. These are all very confidential items. Host also they can take screenshot and they can hack, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what we will do, we will externalize it. I just need to see even if I keep it like this and send also it will work.
Okay.
This is client ID, right? Where is
I
that?
like.
Yeah, yeah. So this client ID, if I just click on send, so it is given 200. Okay. With this also it works. We just encrypted kind of. If I see it is coming like this.
Okay.
Variable kind of. We just externalized. How we will externalize? You have to keep two flower brackets, curly brackets, then give that name, and then end it in the curly bracket. So I have
Yeah.
given the same way host also. I didn't want to show it to any third person or something. Then I will be doing this. So what I did, how to call that API from sender system is they will be calling this URL. Okay, we need to give this URL and client ID, client secret to them. Okay, so they
Mm-hmm.
will be calling with that URL, client ID, client secret. They will be testing. They will be sending message. Okay, like this. So they are getting all the information. So this is a do get call. Okay. So if I okay now I just send okay how I will get to know now it is showing 200 okay but I want to verify in integration suite also whether the message came or not. How I will verify? I will verify using here. You can come to flow. You can click on
Mm-hmm.
monitor message processing. You can see the last 30 seconds, 73 okay, milliseconds. You can see two messages. Okay, or you can come here and also view that. And there are multiple options here, like all messages we see, there are multiple, flows, messages which got triggered, and all, but we want related to that flow only. So I can, filter. This is like normal, mobile screen where in Amazon you can filter some products and doing it, some like something like that. Okay. Now there will be four different types of log level. Okay, just showing you randomly. There will be none, debug, info, trace. Okay. Ah, see, understood this monitor message processing. Navigate to artifactory is like it will go open that main flow where we edited that flow and all. View deployed artifactories we can't edit. It will just show without edit option. Okay, you can
Okay.
just view this. Now I want to
Mm-hmm.
edit this, then you can click on navigate to artifact editor where you can edit.
Mm. Okay.
Okay, so you can edit, you can configure, deploy, delete, and all. I will tell you what is configure and all later. But now here it is log configuration. Okay, by default log level will be info. Okay, and if you
Important.
want
Mm.
more information, okay, I want which header got passed or how the SAP processed it. I want to know step by step how the what payload it's in, the payload it was sent and all. Then you have to use the trace, switch on the trace. Okay, people will say switch on the trace and see whether the error came or not, something like that. And if you want,
Okay.
if you don't want any logs and all, you should keep none. But nobody, you shouldn't keep none at any time. Okay.
By default, we'll keep info.
Yes. So debug error and all you won't be using. Most probably will be using info or trace or debug sometimes if you don't
Okay.
want too much data to be collected. I'll just switch on trace and show you. And if you when you switch on trace, it will be there only for 10 minutes. After that, it will switch back to info by default.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Now I switched on trace and I clicked on send, right? So now if
Mhm.
I click on monitor processing, which call I processed, I think I switched trace for other interface. Okay, just a minute. We are calling this cyclone. Huh?
Mhm.
Yeah. Mhm. See, if you see now the log level is trace.
Yeah.
What is the advantage is like if you click on trace, see you will have step by step details here.
Okay.
So there are three things: integration flow model, log content, message content. Integration flow model is something like how the message, like this is something right now. It means successful message. That mail option is there. Okay,
Yep.
sorry. Yeah. Uh, this means it got completed. Okay, then so this is the first step. HTTPS. Okay, then it comes here. Log content is something where it will show all the properties used under model step. What is the start time? What is duration, description, and all activities and all. It will be coming here. Okay, you can see the postman token. We sent the message from postman. There will be multiple headers, properties, payload, and all, which is sent here. So detailed analysis of what we sent, how it came, and all will be here.
Okay.
Didn't send any payload, but what is the response we got? This is the response we got. So that will be logged here. So that's all about get call. Okay. Now, okay, fine. They just got the info on the color. Okay. It's a generalized static call. Okay. They got call on now the info is less fine, but they want specifically related to black color, blue color, yellow color, and they will be calling the blue color only. Then how we will, we can't change it every time, right? Like
Mhm.
at the URL level. So what we will do, it is called as dynamic path. You call whatever color you want, okay? And say just pass some header to it or property to it. So I just use the same URL, okay? Normally what they will do, they will just call like this blue color, something like that, okay? Or if they want black color, they will be getting information related to that color only. Okay, in real time, when there is no middleware and all. But with middleware, how they will call with the dynamic path. Okay, dynamically they will change, but we will have only one iflow. Okay, what we will do, we will change it in the URL only. I'll show you how to do that. Let me know if it is too much for you,
Mhm. Yeah, it's
or you can stop
somewhat
me.
confusing. Yeah.
Okay. Now should we continue tomorrow for this?
So, okay.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll just explain this and tell you.
Mm, yeah.
Stop
So
it here.
once I'm going through when you're
Yeah,
telling, so I'll be getting an idea of what you're actually doing. Yes.
yes. So
Mm,
once you do the hands-on experience maybe you'll get.
Yep.
So what we are doing here is it's all the same. I'm just changing the URL part and all this and all remains same. Okay.
Okay.
Then I just use the content modifier. Why? Because I will be storing one variable called as color. Okay. And the sender team, like there will be agreement between integration team and sender team. Okay. What we will ask, okay, you pass whatever color you want in this header. You can give any name. Okay. I just gave it as a K color, or
Mm.
you can give the color also. We will ask, okay, team, you whenever you want different colors information, you pass that value in this field. It's like a key value pair. Okay, for this key, you pass this black color and all.
Okay.
That,
So,
yeah, this is called as header. You can see, right?
mm.
Okay, you pass it as a header, and you pass it to the our iFlow with the credentials you want. You can see authorization with the same credentials. Okay, everything
Okay.
remains same, but in our area, like as a what developer will do, developer will come here. There is something called as content modifier. Okay, where we will use the header property body to change the, or to store something, or to change what they are sending. Okay, earlier it was like main call. Now they want dynamically something to be called. So what source value is what they will be using. They will be putting that color value in this field, right?
Yeah.
K color. And there will be multiple source type. Okay, if you see this, there is constant, expression, global level. I'll be telling one by one. Don't worry about. So as of now they are sending it in header.
Okay.
You can see, right, postman. You can, if you go to headers, so they are sending it in the header, right? So
Yeah.
that's why we
Yeah.
are putting it as a header. And name. Name we can give anything. Again, like as of now, I give it as a color. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And there is nothing in the body and header as of now. We just need one property for that. Now again, I will be doing what request replay call. Okay. So what we did in address, it's all same. Okay. It's TP Pokemon color. In real time, what they will do, they will be calling after Pokemon color. It is like slash black, right? So what we did till here it is same. After that, there is something called as camel expression,
Oh.
which I told you last time. CPA works on camel, Apache
Mm.
camel work and all, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't need to write code. We just need to give this camel expression, dollar property dot color. Where is this property dot color defined? We define it in content modifier here. This is a property. Okay. Property dot color. Color means the name of the property. So it will come to here. It will see like what value they have set. Okay. There will, like, it is like a box. In color box, whatever field they are sending, say black or blue, it will be stored. So when that API URL, when CPI is calling that URL, it will open box and see what value is there, and it will send, it will tell to that API, and that API will give the information related to that color itself. Okay. So it's all same. It's just that URL we changed dollar property dot. That's why we're using a camel expression. We don't need to code anything. Everything else, proxy type is internet, method is get, authentication is none. Okay.
Mm.
I didn't change anything. Right. So
Yes.
now
Yes.
it's the same. Okay. Now where is our flow? Our flow is here. Get call with dynamic path. Everything is same. We are just adding one header. Earlier we doesn't used to call any header. Okay.
Mm.
Where was this get call me? We got all the information related to black, blue, brown, yellow, and now they want specific uh, information on the color with the dynamic path. Like they won't tell now. They will say they want black information on black color. After 5 minutes, they want information on blue color. After 10 minutes, they will be wanting information on some other color. So it's dynamic. It's not static, right?
Yeah.
So that way. Now also we are getting 200. Okay. Okay. Now the information about black color is there. say they want they change something to blue color, okay, and send again. See, you got information on blue color. Got it? So this way,
Yes, yes.
this is easy, no, rather than
Going manual and
going
changing
right,
all.
uh, going writing code and all. So that's why integration comes and all. So this also you can okay. Now we want to see that where that information K color you told, right? There is some space attached, some variable attached it, and all I want to see. That is where trace comes in. Switch on trace. You send again. You go to monitor message processing. Okay, you open trace. Where did we define that property? We define it in content modifier set parameters, right?
Yes.
So in CPA, the information related to this will always be available in the next step. Okay,
Okay.
whatever we define. So we have to go to HTTP. We have to go to the log content. Sorry, message content, and we have defined one.
K color
Like
as blue.
they are passed from header K color, that is called as blue, that will be stored here.
Yeah.
Got it? So what is
Mm-hmm.
the HTTP method we are here we are using? We are doing a get call. Can do a post call also. So that information, what is the HTTP URL, camel HTTP URL? See, you can see the camel HTTP method, camel HTTP path, camel HTTP. It's
Yeah.
all about the camel framework. Okay. So what is the URL which we send this? See, here we just passed it as host, but you can see that whole URL is present here. How this will get to know? Because there is some space attached to it, and it will fetch all the info, right?
Okay. Yeah.
That yeah. So you can see that camel here also the property we defined. So what they have sent in header is K color. What we defined in property, we just defined the name of the property as color,
Okay.
right? Yeah. So that is
Mm.
blue. Yeah. So there are some, standard headers and properties which will be assigned from SAP itself. That we don't need. Okay, I will be telling when and where it is needed, and we are not sending any payload at all. But when we send to this, what do we call URL? Okay, to get call with dynamic path and all. Okay, you can see like how it, the what is the response we got from the API. We can see it here.
Okay.
Okay, there is one more thing which I wanted to show. What is that? Yeah, this. So which API URL we are calling, that will be stored here also. Camel HTTP URI. There is two different URLs, right? Camel HTTP URL, Camel HTTP URI. Right. The one which got called, like the message is coming from Postman to CPA, and CPA we are calling this URL. And what is the response code we got? 200. Okay, there is one more thing which you want to know as an integration developer. Okay, there are multiple HTTP status codes. Okay,
Yeah.
so there is something called as what was it? I just noted it somewhere. Easy method was there to remember. HTTP, yeah, there is, we call it as, if you are a pet
Echo.
lover, you can refer this. Okay, so most probably 200 OK is like the response is successful. 201 created is when we do a post call, when you are creating something. See, it got created the food steps and like that way. For errors, it's like 401 is unauthorized,
Mm-hmm.
403 is forbidden, 503 is service unavailable. There are like few repeated errors which we get, which they will ask in interview, like what are the errors which we usually get and how we overcome that and all. You can refer this URL also to and yeah, that's about HTTP status code and HTTP adapter. And what and all we learned? We learned connector, we learned start message, we learned content modifier. In content modifier, I told you what is property.
Property.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think this things I will explain tomorrow.
Okay.
Header as well. This one also, and request reply we learned, head message also we learned. Secure material I will be explaining tomorrow. Monitor integration content monitor. This will be used to see whether the integration flow is deployed or not.
Okay.
This will be used to message monitor the messages.
Hmm.
Okay. Development standard guide. Okay, there is something called as development standard guidelines. Okay. What is development standard guidelines is I will tell you. So it's always naming, giving the ideal names. So see, the version is all in draft status. It shouldn't be never
Yeah.
be in draft status. Okay. When you work as an integration developer, after you do changes, okay, now you don't need to do any changes. Okay, the development is done, the requirement is satisfied. Okay, what you can do, you can
And
click on save as version. Okay,
okay.
the initial version should be always 1.0.0, and you can say that final version, something like that. Okay, the versioning of the iflow is very very important. Why versioning is important, you can ask. Okay, in real time there will be three landscape: development, quality, production.
Production. Yeah.
Okay. So whatever the version is maintained in development, the same version has to be there in production. You can't
Production.
go and edit directly in production. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. So the same version has to be maintained there, and if there is some issue in the production, okay, then again we can directly change over there. Then we have to do some changes in development. Then we have to test that. Then if it is working, then we have to move the next version. Say there is some issue with this in production. Okay, now I'm doing some analysis and I did some changes. Again I have to click on save as version. Earlier it was 1.0.0, now it is like 1.0.1 or 1.0.2, and you have to update the comment. I did so and so changes because of this issue, and then you have to move
Hmm.
that change. Okay, so this is one thing. Okay, and you have to externalize the parameters. What is externalize the parameters in uh, dev QA and production? Okay, here I told you it's like standard API, but in real time scenario how it will be working, they will also be having three tier landscape. There is something called as three tier landscape and two tier landscape. Either they will be having QA and prod, or they will be having dev QA and prod. Three tier is three landscape, two tier is two. Okay, so for different landscape they will be having different URL. Got it? So if you want to change, like if you want, you move the flow this version to the production. Okay, and I don't want somebody to go and edit over there. What I can do, I have to externalize this. Okay, say I will. I told you right, how to externalize. You just need to click on to flower packets. You just give that name, and you just keep it somewhere outside. Now it will show the define value. There is something called as define value. You just paste that earlier URL here. Okay, and click on OK. Save, deploy, deployed or what? Yeah. Now click on cancel. See, now if you click on configure, you don't need to edit at all. You just need to click on configure. You can go change the URL directly. You don't need to open the flow also. Okay, if you go here, there is option called as configure here only.
Yeah.
You don't need to open the flow also. You can just go change it and then deploy. That's how we'll do. Like in when we move from dev to QA to production, we won't edit the flow so that the version remains the same.
Mhm.
I think now we clicked on edit, and then again the version got changed every time. When we click on edit, the version changes. So we shouldn't click on edit. We always So now it got changed to 1.0.0. Okay. So okay, now I want to change the iflow name and all. How can I do that? You have to click on view metadata. Okay, edit, and you can change now. Do get call one, something like that. Okay, and if you click on save, it will be there. Usually we won't be changing, but still, I'm just telling for your info. Configure, download, download is when you want to move to next landscape, you can download this and move it, upload in the next landscape and I'll deploy, Okay. So this is kind of standard guidelines and the naming conventions and all. Okay. I used here like content modifier, set parameters and all. It will be just like content modifier. What is set parameters? You are setting some parameters which will be storing some value, right? That way. You have to give the ideal names and all. So, and versioning is important here, and you shouldn't lock the flow and all. This is some of the development guidelines.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, I think it's too much for you.
Mhm.
Is it okay?
A little bit confused because I need to start the process. Like I need to install and check one by one, as you
Mm,
told for today.
yeah,
So that will give me an idea of what you are telling exactly.
yes.